Brené Brown says, only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. Shame is that intensely painful feeling or experience that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love and belonging. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, and if I did something that the adults did not approve of, they will say to me, shame, shame. Sounds familiar? I learned very quickly to do whatever it takes to not feel shame. I was terrified of being shamed. I was anything but shame resilient. How shame resilient are you? Hi there, I'm Joy Leng. I empower she's to smash limiting stories to anchor in strengths-based identities with the She Pathway. The She Pathway offers you wisdom from positive psychology and psychotherapy and practical and bite-sized nuggets so that you can heal and empower yourself in real time for immediate growth. Welcome to the 3 Minutes of She Pathway, episode 9, Being Shame Resilient. Shame resilience is key to embracing our vulnerability. And we cannot let ourselves be seen if we are terrified of what other people might think. Often, not being good at vulnerability simply means that we are very good at shame. We all have shame. We all have good and bad. We all have dark and light inside us. But if we don't come to terms with our shame, our struggles, we start to believe that there's something wrong with us, that we are bad, flawed, not good enough, and even worse, we start acting on these beliefs. If you want to be fully engaged, to be connected, we have to be vulnerable. And in order to be vulnerable, we need to develop resilience to shame. Are you taking deep breaths now? It is scary indeed, but it is also going to be phenomenal to choose wholehearted living. So where do we begin? And how about removing the mask and putting down your vulnerability armory? Let me leave you with these 3 crucial points about shame. Number 1, we all have it. Shame is universal and one of the most primitive human emotions that we experience. If you have the capacity for empathy and human connection, you also have the capacity to experience shame too. It's part of being human. And 2, we are all afraid to talk about shame. 3, the less we talk about shame, the more control it has over our lives. So talk about shame and talk to people who you feel safe with, who loves and care about you, and move from shame to empathy. And most important of all, practice self-compassion. For more insights on being shame resilient, read Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. In the She Pathway, the 6 pillars of surrender, strength, hope, help, execute, and elevate, they're all designed to show you the path to self-healing and empowerment. So join in the She Pathway program and show up in life as the kind and strong she that you were meant to be. And also look out for the She Strong and Sassy Show episode 9, where we will dare greatly together and openly talk about shame so that we can expel its power from us. And remember to grab a free copy of my autobiography, From Zero to Shakti. Brené Brown says only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. So let's dare greatly together. Be well, be strong, and be superpowered with the She Pathway. This is Joy Link with you on every step of the She Pathway.